The dogs are going nuts. Well, hello, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back to myself, I should say. Today's video, I've been sick, guys. Didn't know that. I posted it on my community page, I think like a week ago. I'm finally feeling better. And I figure we'll start with a relatively quicker type of video. So I wanted to do a rankings video because I fucking love watching these. And I figure it's a good way to kind of regroup, especially eyeshadow palettes, because that's, I feel like, what I buy the most is eyeshadow palettes. So I'm like, let's get all together and we'll talk about basically everything about them because I've had them for a while now. I've had most of these for, I think, like a month. I haven't bought like any makeup lately. Hey, guys, I missed your face. I missed you guys too. What's popping? What's good? What's going on? So now, what's up, girl? Oh, man, I'm finally feeling better. I've been feeling like shit. Like, I don't really get sick that often. By the way, I'm well aware of everything that's going on in the world right now. I want this to be like an escape, okay? I've been home, like, I feel like I've been either sleeping or working, and that's about it. And I've been, like I said, I've been sick, and I hope everybody is doing well. I know a lot of shit's going on, okay? I'm well aware, and I know people are like losing their shit because influencers aren't really talking about what's going on. And not that I don't think that it's important, but I feel like I can't even be on social media right now because it's so it's a lot. So I'm just, you know what? I want to get away from it. I want to just talk about makeup. I finally put makeup on my face today. And it's like, I don't get sick often. And I was fucking sick, man. Oh my God. I was in bed for like 4 days straight. Fever was like crazy. Like I said, I'm finally feeling better. And I just wanted to talk about makeup. I finally got to put makeup on my face today. And I could not feel better right now because I was so sick of feeling like shit. Oh my God. So I hope everybody's doing well. Again, I'm well aware of what's going on in the world. I hope everybody's staying safe. Hope everybody's feeling well themselves. Literally just saw you come up my phone. Yes, bitch. See, that's exactly what I want this to be. Like, let's escape from all of our problems for like a half hour. Let's just talk about fucking makeup, man. So if you guys like ranking videos, make sure you guys hit the thumbs up. I've been watching these a lot and I've just been really into them. I've been seeing like Samantha March was who I saw do these a lot. So shout out to her. Fucking love her. But I really love these. And I think it's a good way to kind of round up everything. And it's like a recommendations. It's like basically like everything all into one. I love these videos. I was just thinking about you this morning. Glad you're feeling better. Thank you so much. I know. Thank you guys so much for all your well wishes and everything. It's like, I post it. I'm like so out of focus. What the hell? Let me scoot back a little bit. I post it just so you guys don't like worry about where I am. Like, I knew I wasn't going to be on here for like a week. So I was like, okay, let me just post like I'm not feeling well. And like I said, I don't get sick often and I was sick and now we're feeling good. So let's hopefully keep this going. But thank you guys again so much for all the well wishes. If you guys ever are wondering like where I am, community page on my YouTube channel, Twitter, I feel like that's like my main right now. I'm always posting on Twitter. Found you through your declutter videos and I've been loving them. Yes, bitch. I think my next one's going to be highlighters. So that should be a doozy because I've got so many and I've never decluttered my highlighter. So that'll be a good one. Drinking my green smoothie. Okay, let's get into this ranking video, shall we? So the ones that I'm going to be featuring today, these are going to be my newest palettes. They're not necessarily all new. A lot of these, you might know my thoughts on them already. But I figured I was going to do like top 5, but I feel like I got a lot of them around the same time. So I started with, we've got the Melt Muerte palette. We have the Tati Beauty Texture Neutrals Volume 1, the Jeffree Star Cosmetics Bloodlust. I have the Anastasia Beverly Hills Amrezy palette, the Midas Cosmetics and Smoky Glow palette, and my Makeup Geek palettes. So I'm going to rank them accordingly. I'm going to start with my least favorite and then work my way up to my top recommendation or top favorite. So we've got, 6? I'm going to group like the Makeup Geek as 1 because it'll make sense. It'll make sense when I get there. So starting off with my least favorite, I'm going to go with the Tati Beauty Texture Neutrals Volume 1. I've been trying to love this for so much, and I'm sure a lot of you guys know my thoughts and opinions on this already. I love, like, the mirror on this. Look how fucking dirty it is. Oh my God. I love the mirror on this palette. It's such a high quality mirror, but the formula of these is what I really don't like. I just can't I can't get them to work the way that I want them to work. And it just, for being like such a basic eyeshadow palette, I have to work so hard to get them to perform the way that I want to. The shades that I do like are the glitter shades. I love them. That's like the only reason that I keep this palette, is because I really love the pressed glitters in this palette. And the black in this palette is a really nice, very saturated, heavily pigmented black. The only thing with the black though is I feel like it wears off really quickly. I don't know. It's like whenever I use this palette, I think of ColourPop. And for being a higher priced palette, this is why I think $46, for being a more expensive palette, and it reminding me of ColourPop, which they use the same lab. So it's like whenever I just kind of think of that together, I can't justify spending what I spent on this palette. You know, I would much rather just buy from ColourPop. You know what I mean? So I thought that I was going to love this palette. I love the color story of it. I just love the overall aesthetic of this palette. It's just, I can't get it to work the way that I want it to work. I feel like this palette really could have done without the sequin row, the second row right here. I just feel like for being a completely different formula, it doesn't look that much different than the matte formula. Overall, I don't like this palette. I've been trying to get it to work, but I just keep it because I really do love the glitters in this palette. That's, I'm telling you, my favorite thing. I'm going to swatch a couple of these. If you don't like pressed glitters, I would not waste your money on this palette. But it's just, if you are a glitter type of person, these will, I mean, they will fall out. They're not going to like go on your eyes and not go anywhere, you know? If I'm a little rusty with talking, bear with me, okay? But that's like the biggest thing that I like about them is the pressed glitter. So I feel like if you like glitters, you may like these, but then you also may just want to buy like ColourPop palettes. So this is going to be my least favorite. I just saw somebody say, I thought Jeffree Star Cosmetics would have been my least favorite, and that's actually going to be my next to the least favorite. So I think I didn't rank this last just because I still get looks out of it that I like. I do have to work very hard to get this palette to work. Like, I think the aesthetic of this is another, it's just beautiful. I really do like the color story of it. It's just the formula I don't like at all. And I only feel like this palette is worth it for like these two shades right here, the two like newer formulas that they did. Everything else though, I feel like it's not really that different than, I don't know. It's like the formula is not really that different, but then it's just for the purples too. I just spit everywhere. The purples, they don't perform the way that I want them to, and how hard that I have to work to get these to work. I just overall think this was way overhyped. I'm so happy you're back and feeling good. Thanks, girl. I'm not summarizing my thoughts on this very well. When I first got this palette, I'm like, okay, I like it, but I don't love it. And then I've used it a couple times since then. And I'm just like, I don't understand how Bleeding Heart, how that was even like approved to be put in this palette, because it's so dense and it's such a stiff formula. And it's just overall, this isn't like the best formula for purples on the market. I think that's another thing that was really a selling point, was he's perfected the purples. And I don't think that that's the case. I feel like I experience a lot of patchiness with this palette. And I love purple eyeshadows just because I have green eyes. It really accentuates my green eyes. So overall, that's why I ended up buying this, just because I was like, I feel like I'm going to love it just because I like purples. But they don't really appear purple on my eyes. They appear more pink. And it's just overall, for the price of this palette and how hard I have to work to get these to work for me, it's like the end result, it always looks nice, but it takes me so long to get there. And I don't mind that sometimes. But for every single look, I'm just like, it makes me not want to reach for this palette. I also don't like the shape of the palette. I think it's just very difficult to store. I knew that going into it. I actually think I'm going to end up returning this palette just because I know that I won't reach for it. And I feel like I have so many of these shades already in my collection. I was going to do a follow-up video because I did like a, do I already have it before I actually purchase this? Because I wasn't going to buy this palette. And I feel like there's maybe like a couple shades in here that I don't have, but that's not enough for me to spend like $50+ on an eyeshadow palette. And especially for how hard I have to work with these formulas, they're just not my favorite. This is like all personal preference. I didn't say that in the beginning, but these are all my preference, my experience. If you love any of these, if you hate any of them, let me know your guys' thoughts. This is a safe space, okay? My next one, I would say, is going to be the Melt Cosmetics Muerte palette. I love the color story of this. I don't rank this lower because of like the formulas or anything. It's just because I don't reach for it that often because of the color story is so unique. So it's like when I want a color like this, like when I want like a more like grungy, kind of different, deeper, when I want like a color story like this would be the palette that I would reach for because I love the formula of these. When I touch them, like if you were to go in store and swatch these, you'll probably not like it. Like if I were to go in Sephora and swatch these, I wouldn't have purchased this just because they feel so chalky, but they apply on the eyes so nicely. The only shade that I don't like in this palette is the shade Calica. Did I do like a first impression? I did a video on this, or it might have been a review video. I did like close-ups and everything because this one is it's very messy. Like they're kind of like when you stick your brush in, it just goes, poof, you know, it's just very like all over the place. I feel like their metallic formula is not my favorite because they're so messy, but I really like this palette. It's just because it's just ranking lower because I don't reach for it that often. I hope I'm making sense. So I would still recommend this palette. It's just compared to some of these other palettes that I have, I just find myself not reaching for it that often, but I'm still really glad that I have it. And this palette makes me want to buy their other palettes, even though I keep hearing like so many wide range of reviews on their palettes. Like the Millennial Pink palette, I didn't hear that good of reviews, but I'm eyeing the Rust palette. Did you guys see that? What do you guys think of the Rust palette? Because I think it looks gorgina, but then I'm like, do I need another neutral palette? I know that I totally don't need it, but this palette makes me look at their other palettes. You know what I mean? The only thing that I don't necessarily love about Melt's palettes are their metallics, because metallics is a big thing for me because I feel like I always use metallic shades. So that's probably my least favorite thing about this, but I still like it. Yeah, that's like, I think I'm trying to think if I have any more thoughts on it, but I feel like I've covered them in the past. I don't know. I like this palette. Am I like, oh my God, obsessed with it? No, just because I don't reach for it that often. So let me take another drink. What are we thinking? Michelle Wong, what's up, girl? Yeah, the Rust palette I want, but I'm a little iffy about the formula. Yeah, I keep hearing, like, I did not hear very many good reviews on the Millennial Pink one. I really liked, like, the vibe of that color story, but then I'm like, do I need it though? That's where I'm at now. I'm like, do I need all these eyeshadow palettes? It's crazy. I really want the Rust palette. Sucker for realsies. It looks so nice. I actually almost bought it, but then I was going to buy like the PR package, I think, because it was like $70 and the palette itself is like almost $50. I think that's where I struggle with Melt is I don't necessarily love all of the formulas, but they're like nice, but it's the price point that I'm like, do I want to? I don't know. It's so weird because I'm always drawn to Melt. I love their vibe. I love their aesthetic. It's just the formula I'm not like head over heels for. But this one, I feel like for the shades, that's where I really like the formula because these shades are typically more difficult, I feel, to find good formulas of them. So next one. I'm going to say my next one, this is what's on my eyes right now. This is the Midas Cosmetics and Smoky Glow palette. I fucking love Hannah, okay? I could rank this number one just because I love her so much, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to judge this just on the makeup itself. I like this palette. This is the first time I've ever used Midas Cosmetics formula. I don't love it, but I don't hate it. It's not like my favorite of all time, but it's still a nice formula. The thing that really draws me back with this palette is I feel like when I do looks with this palette, a lot of them come out looking similar. And I feel like it's kind of missing something. I don't know if it's just like a transition shade that I'm missing in here, or I don't know. Just when I look at it, I'm like, there's just something missing, but there's so many amazing shades in here. Like Group Chat is my favorite. That's what's on my lids right now. I feel like for their metallics though, like they're good formulas. They're not the best because they're not as poppy as I would like them to be. I hope that makes sense. They're just, they're so nice. It's missing just a little bit of something. This is going to be the shade Nutty right here. And then there's what is it, group chat? Group chat's up here. There's a lot of nice things about this palette in general. It's just overall, I don't reach for it that often, and I thought I would reach for it a lot more. I think it's because it's very vibrant. Like, I think I'll reach for this a lot in like the springtime, just because it has like the corals, the hot pinks, the reds. I don't know. There's just something that I feel like is missing, and that's just for like a me personal thing. And I'm also wearing my Smoky Glow merch today. I don't know. It's just, I thought I would really love this palette and reach for it so much, and I just find myself reaching for other things, and that's what tells me overall, like, my favorites. You know what I mean? So it's not that this is a bad formula or anything like that. This was actually sent to me from Gerard Cosmetics. When they sent me the concealer eye base, they sent me this as well. And I used it a couple times, I think. I think I've used it like 3 or 4 times. And it's just, it's not my favorite. It's not my least favorite, but it's still a really good palette. I think what really got me with this though, just because this is like a me purchasing from the first time, I know Smoky Glow has her code with Midas Cosmetics, and I think a lot of other influencers do as well. The shipping on, I bought the PR set, so I will be doing a giveaway with the palette that I get in that. I still haven't gotten my order yet. They've been having a lot of shipping issues because they do come from China. I should be getting mine. I thought I was going to get it this week, but maybe everything's kind of, you guys know, everything's going on in the world. But they've been sending really just on point updates and everything. Like, they're very informative when it comes to their customer service, which I appreciate that. I will be doing a giveaway. Like I said, I just haven't had it yet. So that's why you haven't seen it yet. I don't even know where the hell I was going. You could tell I'm still like kind of foggy, but overall, I like this palette. It's just, I find myself reaching for these other ones over this one, but I think that I'll use this a lot more in the like spring, summertime. Britt, are you not going to work? I'm asking, as most of us who are working from home, I'm trying to understand how it is for industry kind of environment. I'll answer that after. Let me get through these palettes just in case people are watching the playback. So again, I still do really like this palette. It's just, I find myself reaching for these other ones over it. So the next one I'm going to rank is my Anastasia Beverly Hills Amrezy palette. Or yeah, Amrezy. I almost said Amrezy. I love the packaging on this. I also forgot to mention that on this palette as well. It has like the sparkly, like pink sparkles, but this is going to have like the gritty texture to it, but it doesn't like shed all over the place. Whereas this is going to be more of like smooth, you know? You guys, I'm doing so well today. Anyways, back to this palette. I think this is probably the best palette that Anastasia Beverly Hills has done, honestly. I love Modern Renaissance. I love Sultry palette. I love Soft Glam. I feel like this one is like the best all-in-one. I don't know what else to say other than the formula of this is bomb. I love the formula on it. I don't use the pressed glitters often, but this is one of those palettes. I feel like it resembles the Smoky Glow one, especially with the shade Barb. Like, I feel like Barb and Group Chat are so similar. I don't know. It's like, it's hard to put my finger on it. Okay, they're not similar at all. You probably won't be able to see it. This is going to be Barb right here. And then Group Chat's up here. Group Chat's a lot more pink. I don't know. Sometimes this is how it is for me. I can't necessarily put my finger on it why I like something so much. It's just effortless when I use it. That's a big thing for me, is just how easy it is for me to use. Because I don't like to look at a palette. And I think that's one thing that I have with this one here. It's like I look at it and I have to kind of brainstorm how I'm going to use it. Or I have to kind of map it out. Like, okay, maybe I'll start with this shade and then I'll go to this shade, then I'll go to this shade. Whereas with palettes like this, I don't have to think about it. Does that make sense? Am I the only one that's like that? I just feel like this one is, if you don't have any of the Anastasia Beverly Hills palettes, I feel like this is such a good one to have, just an all-in-one. I feel like a lot of this resembles Modern Renaissance, Sultry. It resembles so much in just one palette. It does have the pressed glitters in there. It has 2 of them, the shade Liddy and Gemini, which I have not used them yet. I don't know. I haven't really felt the need to, but my favorite thing, like these 2 shades, I feel like we might have done without one, but I like having both of them. It's just overall, this is just a nice, well-rounded palette. I just really like the color story of it. The the user friendliness of it all. Oh my God. You can tell it's been a minute since I filmed. I apologize to anybody that's watching this right now. It's just, again, it's one of those palettes. I don't have to think about it when I use it. It's a really nice formula. It's a really well-rounded palette. I like that it has the black in here. It's got your transition shades. It's got some berry tones in it. The only thing that it's missing, I would say, this kind of resembles, we'll say, Modern Renaissance and Soft Glam in one palette. What you're missing out of this palette is, I would say, the cooler tones, which I don't use cool tones that often, but that's like my favorite thing about the Sultry palette. So again, I love this palette. That's going to be my number 2 palette. My number 1, you've probably seen this if you watched my favorites video. These Makeup Geek palettes are fucking fire, okay? I am a Makeup Geek bitch, okay? I always have been. I probably always will be. I just love everything about these palettes. If I were to recommend, like if you're looking at the matrix system, which you don't need all of these eyeshadows, okay? Let me just get that out right there. I see Kimberly. What's up, girl? I would say I do favor the neutral palette over the colorful palette. So you could either buy them like this. You can mix and match palettes. I'm going to show you guys, like, if I were to create like a 9-pan eyeshadow palette, what I would choose. But I find myself reaching more for the neutral palette. But I love this because it has the foiled shadows. And I know they're going to be having like a full-blown, I think she said 28. They're going to be having 28 foiled shadows coming soon. I can't wait to own them all, because my favorite thing about Makeup Geek are their foiled shadows, because their metallics give me that poppiness that I look for. I love a good metallic ass eyeshadow. And these are my favorite in my collection for if I want them to be poppy and I want them to have almost like a wet look, but not to be unflattering, because I do have textured eyelids. That's like a huge thing for me. But as far as the matte formulas go, these are effortless eyeshadows. I'm telling you, they're like the most effortless eyeshadows that I have in my entire collection. You can see I had these picked through because I do have like my 9-pan in this right here. I'll show you guys that in a minute. But just the entire structure of these palettes, it just makes so much sense. I can look at them, and because of how they're laid out, because they have it laid out basically like you choose from the first row, then you choose from the second row, then the third row, then the fourth row. There's so much concept, I feel, that makes so much sense behind these palettes. I overall love everything about them, but I feel like what makes it so unique is the tones of the shadows. They're so wearable, and because it works just, I don't know, like the whole structure just works so well, especially for how I do my eyeshadow. Like I always do like a metallic shade, basically like how I have my eyes right now. I have the metallic shade on the inner corner, and then it gets deeper and deeper and deeper. That's just the vibe that I like. And that makes it so, like, the structure of this is what makes it so easy. But let me tell you, if I were to create my own like custom 9-pan, because you can do like quad palettes, you can do the 9-pan, you can do the whole matrix system if you want. There's so much you can do with Makeup Geek. But if I were to create my own 9-pan, this would be like my go-to right here. And I have all the shades. I wrote them out so I didn't have to pick them up or anything. But this is going to be, I talked about this in my favorites video as well, I think. This is the Salt New York. It's the empty, like, magnetic palette. I got mine from Camera Ready Cosmetics. I got this because I wanted the protection because I was supposed to be traveling. I was actually going to be traveling this week. I got invited to Samantha March's launch party, which got rescheduled. So I was going to be traveling to that. And then I was also going to be traveling to Vegas in April, which I think that's going to be put on hold considering Vegas is in like lockdown. But I bought this palette for travel reasons because I've had terrible experiences with like palettes, not this palette here, but I've shown my Z palette before. This, I just like that it has the protection. It's like, it's just a nice travel palette, okay? So if I were to create a 9-pan, this is the one, this is exactly what I would do. So I have the shade Starry Eyed, So Pale is in the top center, In the Spotlight, Creme Brulee, Cheetah Bear, Clean Slate. This is the shade that I use for my eyebrows. I've been using that like nonstop for my brows. Tiki Hut, Bitten, and Americano. This would be the 9-pan that I would design right here if I were to just start from scratch. Because again, you do not need these matrix palettes. These are so overkill. I would say start with like a quad palette or start with a 9-pan. And you'll probably fall in love with the formula right there. But I love the fact that they just give you that option to create your own. I fucking love this. So this would be, I'm telling you, my favorite recommendation, my favorite shadows in my collection are going to be the Makeup Geek shadows. I fucking love them. I've always loved them just because I don't have to think about it. They're so user-friendly. And every time that I wear them, somebody is always commenting on like the blend. It is just like an effortless blend. Whereas with most of these other ones, I feel like the Amrezy and the Smoky Glow, I don't have to focus so much on the blendability, but like Jeffree Star, it's like I'm working so hard to get like that blended, blown out effect. Whereas with these, it's like just with the way that they build together, the way that they work with my brushes, it's like everything about these fucking eyeshadows is bomb. And if I were to recommend anything, it would be the foiled shadows, but the mattes are equally as bomb. So those are going to be my eyeshadow palettes ranked. What's your guys' favorite eyeshadow palette right now? Let's chit chat because it's been a minute and I'm still feeling okay. I was going to do an empties video, but I'm like, let's start with something that's not as crazy. So what's everybody up to? I see Glitter Kitten. What's up, girl? But we need to get a new apartment to store them. You must be talking about Makeup Geek. I know. That's like, you don't need the whole Matrix palette. I would say like start small, start with like a quad, start with the 9-pan, and then kind of build your collection from there. But every shade except for Wine, I always call it either Wine and Dine or Wine Down, is the only shade that I've experienced any patchiness with. I'm going to double check because I keep saying it wrong. Wine and Dine. It's this one right here. I've said this so many times. That's the only shade that I've had any issues with. And I've used 90% of these eyeshadows and they're all fucking fire. I've been loving my Lethal shadows. I'm like dying for them to do like a collaboration with Teresa's dad. I feel like that would be what really makes me buy them. That salt palette, Drools, I need one. If you buy from Camera Ready Cosmetics, I think it's like on your first purchase, you get 10% off. That's why I bought it from them. They also have, I don't know if they're doing like a pre-sale for a mini. I actually ordered it as well. They're doing probably a 9-pan. It's probably this size right here. I think it's $20 or $25 for the mini, but I think that's only on Salt New York's website. But I should be getting mine in, I think, May. Can you get Makeup Geek in the UK? I'm pretty sure you can. I think on, is it Beauty Bay? One of those websites, I'm pretty sure has Makeup Geek. Wow. I agree with you on Makeup Geek. The shadows are so amazing and blendable and work bomb with my Clionadh Cosmetics. Oh my God. Don't even get me started on Clionadh Cosmetics. Oh, I love them so much. I can't wait to I bought the Vibrant bundle. I can't wait to get that. I think I'm supposed to get that in April. I bought 2 Makeup Geek singles from the USA website. They sell in Europe and I think UK as well. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm probably not much help. I'm sorry. Audra, what's up, girl? Listening from work. Oh, let me answer that. Somebody had asked about like my work situation right now because I work in a factory. We're still running. I'm pretty sure that we're going to be running until we're told that we can't. So production, I still worked every night this week. We really like, because we have meetings before every shift now, and they pretty much are just as clueless as we all are. Like it's craziness. It's crazy. I'm just trying really not to think about it. I came in late. Did I see you about a melt palette? Which one? I talked about the Muerte palette. I'm eyeing the Rust palette though. Would you guys want to see that? If you guys want to, I probably would buy it. Oh man. I'm like waiting because I'm like, I feel like I have so much makeup coming. Like I have the Smoky Glow bundle coming. I have my Clionadh Cosmetics coming. I haven't really bought anything else recently. Oh, and then I have my Salt New York order coming. If you guys missed it, we talked about oh my God, my nose won't stop running. What video was it? I said how I put my Boxycharm, or maybe it was Twitter. I stopped my Boxycharm this month, but next month, Lunar Beauty is going to be in Boxycharm. I think it's the Life's a Drag palette in the premium box. So I'm considering signing up again because I want that palette. Here in Sweden, we have to order Makeup Geek from her site. I can't buy them. So if you order from the Makeup Geek website, you can get them in the UK, right? Let me know because I'm always clueless. The Rust palette is gorgeous. I might have to buy it. I still want the Rust palette, but I wanted the bundle. It sold out so fast. I have the Mitchell times Beauty Bay coming in, and I'm excited. Have you tried this one? No, I've actually never purchased from Beauty Bay before. I feel that if you have the Gemini palette, you don't need the Rust palette. Well, I don't have the Gemini, and I eyed that one for so long. I just feel like I look at the Rust palette and I'm like, I know I have all those shades, or at least in my mind I do, especially since I have the entire the matrix system. I'm sure that I have the bundle within all of this. Maybe I don't, but that like in my mind, that's what always comes to mind first now is I look at my matrix palettes and I'm like, okay, if I don't have anything else, I'd probably be good. Because that has so much in there that I just already love. And I love the formula. I love everything about almost all of the shadows. I finally bought an Hourglass ambient powder because of you, Bridge. I'm waiting for it to be delivered. Girl, you're welcome. You are welcome. I can't wait to get the Midas Smoky Glow collab. I'm patiently waiting. I cannot fucking wait to get like the highlighters and the glosses because I obviously have the palette already. But when I get that, I'll be doing a giveaway with the other palette that I get. Yes, you can. Love Makeup Geek USA website. They're super nice customer service. If you're not a USA customer, that's good to know. So if you are eyeing Makeup Geek, you can purchase them from the Makeup Geek website. I'm having the same struggle about buying the Rust. Oh, and I just have to say that your face makeup is absolutely stunning. That glow. Thanks, girl. It's that Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk. Not enough people have watched that video. That's all I'm saying. Those Pillow Talk highlighters and blushes are gorgina. I have both on right now. I used, oh, there it goes. I was waiting for a cough to come in. I used these Alamar Cosmetics brushes today. I used this one to blend out my blush, and it made it so much more pigmented because it didn't really blow. I don't know. I guess when I use my other brushes, like my Sephora 64, it gives me like an all over blend. This one allowed me to get a lot more pigmentation, and then I kind of had to work it in because it was so intense. But I'm telling you, not enough people have watched that video. I'm going to leave a card up here if you're watching after the fact. You need to go watch that Charlotte Tilbury video because they're fucking bomb. I cannot say enough good things about those beauty wands. I love them. But Mount also brought those black magnetic brown things. They were like a lot like the palette. Are you talking about the stacks? Does anybody have the magnetic hockeyness and likes them more than the palette? I keep hearing that people like the formula of the stacks better than the palettes. Let me know, because I've never tried the stacks. I've only tried, the only palette I have from Melt, I think, is this one. I think that's the only one I've ever bought. The Gemini, I eyed for so long, and I thought as soon as it became permanent, I would buy it instantly, and I just haven't yet. But I think I haven't because I've been, almost every time I do my makeup, I reach for the Makeup Geek just off of how effortless it is, and I don't have to think about it. It's just all those things add up to me, and I have to force myself to not use the Makeup Geek shadows. I really want to try Give Me Glow highlighters, but I can't afford the shipping. Oh, that's what I meant to say. Going back to the Smoky Glow palette, the shipping was just like, holy shit. It was $15 shipping. That's where I was going with it. Oh my God, I was a hot mess earlier. I went to order the bundle, and then Smoky Glow has her discount code, and I think it saves you like 20 or 30%, which that was the difference between like after paying shipping. So it's basically I got shipping for free, but shipping on the bundle was $15, and I'm just that bitch where I hate paying for shipping. And when I saw that, I was just like, oh, if it wasn't Smoky Glow, I wouldn't have bought it, just because I thought the shipping cost was crazy. And then especially having to wait so long for it, I was just like, usually you pay $15 to get like 2-day shipping, you know? I feel like the palettes are very fragile. Melt does a very, yeah, I feel like that's like the best way to explain Melt's formula is it's just weird. It's so different. It's like when you swatch it, you think it's going to be dry, it's going to be chalky, it's going to be patchy. You think all these things as you're touching it, and you're like, there's no fucking way this is going to be good. I think what really got me with the Muerte palette was just how unique that I felt the shade ranges were. You know, like I felt like I don't have any of these shades in my collection. Even with having like the entire matrix system, I still feel like that palette's so unique, you know? I was shook when I seen the shipping too, right? That's where I was just like, oh, oh man. I made it live. Well, it's actually live. What's up, Jessica? Your hair is getting so long. I know. Oh, I know. My hair's been going through it. I just had, I dyed my hair in like a panic. So I was like, shit, I have a bridal shot. All right. I had a bridal expo. So I was like, fuck, I need to dye my hair. So I did it green just to kind of do it really quick. And then this is where it's at now. Like you can see how much breakage I had in my hair. My hair is just a hot mess, hot ass mess. Has anybody, I'm sure not yet, has anybody tried the new Dyson straightener? Because I want that so bad just because it's like wireless. It's so fucking expensive though. Oh my God. I was gone for a few minutes. Are you going to the Ofra? I was going to. They actually rescheduled it, or they're going to be rescheduling it. But I was like this close to buying a ticket, and then everything happened, and then I got sick. So I was like, okay, I better not. So I was going to go. I was invited. I was so excited about it because I was like, I feel like I'll never get this opportunity again. Shannon's like, you probably will. But I'm like, no, I don't think I will. So I was going to, but then I got sick. So I'm like, oh, okay, I better not. But I guess they're rescheduling it. So hopefully I'll be going to the next one. I am getting the PR though. So that's super exciting. Which formula is Tati's palette most similar to? If you compare with other companies, I think ColourPop. I think ColourPop because how inconsistent I feel about ColourPop. Like I feel like I never am inclined to purchase from ColourPop because it's not consistent. Like their formulas aren't consistent for me. And I don't know. I feel like it's such a personal thing when it comes to eyeshadows, especially. So even like these ranking videos, any recommendation, any fucking video I do, always take it with a grain of salt because this is just my experience, my preference. But for me, even though ColourPop is so inexpensive and so affordable for people, it's still not consistent enough for me to be inclined to buy it. You know what I mean? I would much rather, I don't know, like at first I was like, okay, do I want to purchase the entire matrix system with Makeup Geek? I felt comfortable enough because of how much I enjoyed the formula before. I was comfortable enough spending this kind of money. But even if ColourPop, I don't know, it's just like they're so inconsistent. And with Makeup Geek, I know that they're consistent for the most part. So it's like, I don't know. That's just like what goes through my mind. My mind's still a little foggy. So if I just made no sense, I'm sorry. Don't trust wireless technology. Too fragile. Give me the cord. That's valid. But I feel like, yeah, Tati's, when I use it, it does remind me of ColourPop. And even if I didn't know that they use the same lab, I think I would still feel the same way. Yeah. I don't know. It's just like I don't hate the palette, but I just don't like it. When I use it, I'm just like, this is way too much fucking work for a look that I don't love. You know what I mean? Oh, I'm so late. Kara, what's up, girl? I've got to go, y'all. I hope everyone's staying safe. It's insane, right? Thanks for popping in, girlfriend. How disgusting does this look right now? Oh my God. What's been going on? Like, is everybody good? Everybody doing okay? I don't know. I just want to chit chat because I feel like all I've been doing is working and sleeping, and that's it. Like I slept so long yesterday, but I needed it. Oh my God. Needed it in the worst way. Is there any like new makeup releases coming out that you guys are interested in? I thought there was one. I don't know. I can't even think. I haven't really been paying attention much. Oh, do you guys like this time? I know this is a weird time for me, but I was like, you know what? Let's go live. Freaking out over money, but otherwise good. I feel like that's what is like the biggest thing that I'm seeing just throughout all the chaos. People looking for toilet paper, which still makes no fucking sense to me. People looking for toilet paper. Like, I went to the store yesterday and I was like, I guess I don't understand where the panic is in that regard, because it was like everything in my place was relatively stocked. Like, the only thing I had difficulty finding was bread and meat, but like the produce looked like it was all freshly put out. Like, I don't know. I don't understand the panic over toilet paper though, but I feel like that's where everybody is like losing their shit, is just because of the financial situation, which valid. But like from what I see, and I don't know, maybe this is just me kind of having the mindset that I do, but people are like worried that they're going to lose their houses and everything. And it's like, I feel like because it's a worldwide thing, like you don't need to panic over it. Like, banks are understanding. You're not going to lose your shit like immediately. It's like, just calm down. Let everything kind of figure itself out, because this has never, ever happened before. And I could be totally wrong by saying this, but I'm just like, if I got told, maybe I don't feel this way too because I'm still working, but if I was told tomorrow that we don't know when we're going back to work indefinitely, you're probably like, fuck. But I think at the same time, I'd be like, okay, everybody's going through this right now. It's just not just me, and it's the whole world is going through this right now. So it's, I don't know. It's just, I don't see the need to panic, but that's just me. But I get it, why people are. My partner and I are considering closing the office for 2 weeks, but we don't have a great setup for working remotely. See, I totally could see that being a panic. And that's where, like, the first thing I thought because they just closed, like, the bars and restaurants near us, I was like, thank God that I'm not open yet. Like, my bar's not open yet. So I was grateful for that. I'm really excited about the new Drunk Elephant hair care products. I don't know how I feel about that. I'm kind of like, I don't really get excited about hair stuff, because especially for brands that don't do hair stuff, I think I'd be more excited if I knew it wasn't going to be so expensive. I stopped following IG because people being mean, and I didn't need the extra stress from yeah, that's exactly how I feel. Like, I cannot be on social media right now because it's crazy. And I'm sorry if anybody's feeling like stressed or anxious or anything like that. It's just, it's kind of like we can't do anything about anything right now. Like, no one knows what the fuck is going on. So panic isn't going to really help anything. And then it's a hot ass mess. And then the other thing, you can't really trust everything you see on social media either. Like, I feel like social media is another thing that's causing even more panic. It's like, just put your phones down for a little while. And that I had to take Evan to the doctor's today. And this girl's like, oh, if we get quarantined in our house, like, I'm not going to survive for 2 weeks. It's like, again, maybe this is just me, but I'm like, really, is staying home for 2 weeks going to kill anybody? No, it's really, it doesn't need to be so panicked. At least this is how I feel. And I'm sorry if you feel otherwise, but I don't think panic is going to help anything. But I understand not everybody handles everything the same, but I'm just trying to keep it positive, I have to homeschool the kids. Oh, man. I'm disabled and poorly, and my anxiety is so high. See, it's like, I know now they're talking about like giving everybody checks. And again, this is like, I think the problem with social media is you don't know what's true, what's not true. And it's like, maintain your sanity. And that is the most important thing right now, is everybody staying calm. I'm just not sure what's supposed to happen at the end of 2 weeks. Problem solved seems highly unlikely. See, this is where in the back of my mind, and this is just me kind of probably thinking unpopularly, I can't help but to feel like some sort of a conspiracy about this whole thing, because it's just like what you said, like all of a sudden it just goes, I feel like that's honestly what's going to happen. Like, it's all just going to vanish. Like it never happened. I honest to God feel like that's genuinely what's going to happen. So if I end up disappearing, you know what happened. I'm on self-quarantine until further notice. See, I'm like only going out if I absolutely need to. And that's it. But it's like, I'm not freaking out over having to stay home. Like, people are losing their shit because they can't go out, and I don't get it. Inside the makeup drawer, are you from Italy? Oh, it's not for me. We have to deal with this we'll have to deal with this the entire year, I'm afraid. See, it's like, what's everything like over there? All we see on freaking, so this is where social media is crazy because, okay, you guys are on the other side of the world and we're seeing like a DJ playing on the balcony of Italy and everybody's living their best fucking life. It's like, is this stuff really happening, or it's nuts? Oh my God. I'm not panicking, but it's unsettling for sure, knowing exactly what's going on. I'm also very sad that my husband and I had to cancel our first anniversary trip to Mexico. I know. It's sad. Like, even like my 30th birthday, we have to cancel it, but it's like, that's not the end of the world. It sucks for sure. Like, it totally sucks, but it is what it is right now. I'm totally cool not going to restaurants. Yeah, right. But the money side of things scares me more from a business perspective. Yeah, I could totally see that. I see where a lot of like self-employed people are having a hard time. And one thing that's really awesome in our community, like where I live right now, is there's a lot of push from the community itself. Like, there's like a community Facebook group, like people letting each other know like what's back in stock, and you know, if you're looking for this, you should go here, and to support local businesses, and all, like people are buying like gift cards to restaurants and bars and stuff like that, just so basically these companies all make it out of it. But it's like, I don't know, it's just so crazy to me that like it's so hard to kind of grasp and understand, because it's like when I go outside, or even if I go to certain places, it's like you'd never think that something's happening. Like, it's the most bizarre thing ever. And I don't know, it's just so weird. That's where I'm like, it sucks. But that, I don't know, I guess where I just got really, I almost felt bad because like there were certain people on Twitter even like calling out influencers and be like, why isn't nobody talking about this? And it's like, because people don't really, like, I have no idea what the fuck to say about it other than just how I'm handling it. But other than that, it's like, I don't know. It's so crazy. The whole thing it's crazy. I am more worried about what is happening between, what did it say? Turkey and Greece. My husband is Greek. All men's Greece are equipped to go to war. Yeah, it's just like, it's so crazy. Anyone want to buy a gift card for my divorce services? Oh, Kara. We'll all make it through this. I know it's stressful for a lot of people, but I genuinely think everything's gonna it genuinely to me feels like everything's just gonna like back to normal. It's so weird. My city looks like the apocalypse happened, and not many humans are out there either anymore. Maybe we'll have less pollution this year after all. Also, do you really want to get medical info from a beauty influencer? Exactly. That's where I'm like, I understand that, like, because people have platforms, but it's like, do people really think that people don't know what's going, like, I feel like we're all at the stage now where it's like, we're all well aware, like, shit's going on. And like she just said, do you really want to get medical info from a person like me? Like, no. I'd be like the last fucking person you'd want to hear that from, because I'm very, what's the word? What is the word that describes me very well? Do not trust anybody without a degree, at least. I even wouldn't trust that. What the fuck is the word? Like, I don't believe things very easily. Somebody knows the word that I'm looking for. Like, I see through bullshit very easily, and I'm just like, something much bigger is going on, at least to me. Jen Cookie put a video up. We're good. It's extremely saddening, and we hear it all over the news. I appreciate not hearing influencers not talk about the viruses. No offense. Skeptical. Yes. Cynical. I'm not gullible at all. I'm very skeptical. I'm very much a skeptic, especially with stuff like this, because in my mind, the government's behind this whole fucking thing. That's just in my mind. And it's just, that's why I'm not like panicked or anything, because it's not going to help anything. Not easily persuaded. Yeah, no. Like, you better have the facts if you're trying to prove something to me. Like that, I don't know. I didn't really want to talk about this, but now look at us right now. Well, some people complain on social media about Coachella being canceled. Yeah, like, what? I get it. It's like disappointing, but that's just people, I think, being selfish. You never know. For real. For real. It's just, I'm very skeptical. I'm glad you guys got the word on that one, because that's me in a nutshell. In a nutshell. And then, like, I saw another thing, like all the CEOs that are stepping down right now. Very weird. I didn't know you were live. Yes, bitch. Here we are. We are live. Get takeout to support. Yes, we've actually been doing that. We've been getting takeout every night, and then other than that, just trying to stay home. Yeah, what's that about? So many. For real. Vanessa Hudgens did a whole Insta about being pissed Coachella was canceled. Fucking stupid. Yeah, it's just like, I don't know. I don't know. What else do we want to talk about? I just want to come hang. We'll do it for like 10 more minutes. I'm craving Asian food and snacks so much. Everything is closed. Or even takeout. Damn. Where are you from, Elena? Hey, girl. Hey. Nora. Oh, I'm just so glad that I can like feel better now. Maybe she has dumb bitch disease. Maybe. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I wanted to talk about. I love how we started this video talking about ranking my eyeshadow palettes. Now we're in just like a live chat. I feel like I'm out of the loop. Dumb bitch disease. That was everything. Let's see. The courts are closed here, even for trials. Glad I'm settled my trial 2 days before the announcement of that, right? Yeah, we have like courts are closed, bars, restaurants. My work's still open. Hey, I'm back. What's up, girl? I know. How is everybody doing? Solving transportation issues. Did I miss the rank? Yes, you missed the ranking. Yes, you did. But I'll post this after so you guys can see. Try and think of what else. I still have to call JetBlue to cancel my flight. Yeah, that's been pretty much it. A little life update. I was sick. I'm better. Oh, I started laser hair removal. I started that started the day before I got sick. When did I go for that? I got my first round of laser hair removal. What else? Really work's been the main thing. I'm guessing I won't be going to LA, but I'm holding off canceling for now. When were you supposed to go? That's where I'm like, I'm probably going to cancel because we were supposed to go like end of April. So I'm like, does it hurt a lot? I'll have a video on it, but in short, no, not to me. It doesn't, but I'm also covered in tattoos too. Thank you, Caitlin. Early June. Oh, so you still got a little bit. See, that's where I'm like, do I want to cancel? Because who knows? It's still like a month away, but I don't know. I'm just like kind of taking it day by day. But you are covered in tattoos. Doesn't count. Exactly. That's where when I went in, I didn't even bother asking because I'm like, in my mind, like, I don't think anything's going to hurt as bad as that. High pain tolerance is what you have. It's clear. I mean, I get to a point, even when I get tattooed, I could sit for like 4 hours, then I'm like, okay, I'm done. like my body just, because that's what I thought happened when I got sick. I thought my body was, because my body reacts to shock very weird. It's like, even when I'm sitting getting tattooed, like I'll eventually start getting very cold and I feel like I'm sick. And it's just my body responding to the shock that it's getting. So that's what I thought was happening. And I'm like, oh no, this is not my body responding to shock. I think it didn't help, but it's not, it ain't shit, at least from the first one. They did say that it gets worse, like the intensity gets worse every time. And I have to go in, I think I got 6 times plus 3 touch-ups, but I'll have a video dedicated to it when I go through it. But already I saw results like instantly. They have canceled the Clovis Rodeo, which was is the last weekend in April. See, that's where we were supposed to. That was probably so annoying. I'm sorry. When we're going to Vegas, or when we're supposed to go to Vegas, the NFL draft is happening that weekend, and I don't think that's canceled yet. But like all of Vegas is shut down right now, so I'm like, I'm pretty sure that it's going to be canceled. We were going to Rhodes this summer, but probably won't happen. But my husband will be happy, so we can fish all summer in Sweden instead. Oh, they haven't canceled the rodeo, which is the last weekend in April. Oh, see, that's where I think everybody's still just trying to figure this whole thing out. That's where I'm like, just try not to panic. We'll still do videos. I think it was Raw Beauty Christie. Like, she was like, I don't feel right doing makeup videos and stuff, and I hope that you guys find it's okay. I don't know. I guess I just want this whole, I don't know, maybe like be your distraction from what's going on if you are having a hard time with it. They're doing draft remotely. Really? I didn't see that yet. I feel like we need something light and funny. It's like, let me entertain you real quick. We need escapism. That's how I feel too. And that's why I'm like, I don't feel bad about going live, or I don't feel bad about doing videos right now, just because I feel like that's, if I was panicked, I would want like normalcy or just something to keep my mind preoccupied. Hi, Barry. What's up, Barry? Distraction is good now. There's so much news and TV. I know. It's my work now to watch YouTube. You're welcome. Let me think. What do I want to do next? I want to do an empties video. Is there anything that you guys want to see? We'll start off right there. I need to do an empties video in like the worst way, because I have a whole container full of shit. I've got so much stuff. I live for your lives. Fuck yes. We love that. You know, playing video games, boy stuff, right? I'm so glad that Shannon doesn't play video games. Oh my God. I'm so glad y'all are doing videos. What the fuck else am I gonna do? I know all of our views should be like way up right now. All the casinos in New Jersey are closed. I posted the ghost town pic intro. Oh, of Tropicana, no one in it. They closed casinos around us too. Talk me out of buying stuff, please. I don't want to binge shop online. I'm like the worst person when I'm that bitch. I'm like, fuck it, buy it, YOLO. You only live once, you can't take it with you. I'm the worst when it comes to that. So bad. The fucking worst. Just like, if I want it, I see it, I like it, I want it, I bought it. That is me right there. Oh man. Oh shit. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I was eyeing buying. I saw the Scott Barnes palette was 30% off today, the Color Bomb one, but I'm like, I don't really need another eyeshadow. I really don't need any more eyeshadow palettes, but I like them. So why not? Love your honesty and personality. I can't fucking read. I have not felt such an enigma from many people I have met, seen, talked to in my life. And I've talked to 6 million people. Thanks, girl. I love that. Hi, Candy. What's up, girl? I'm trying not to buy, but Ulta has its sale. So I was going to do a video on that, and then I got sick. I did buy an Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz. I bought that so far. My nose will not stop running. Oh, my gosh. You should review the Scott Barnes. That would be fun. I'm like dying to try his makeup. It's just so expensive. So damn expensive. You know what else I've been eyeing? Are those goddamn Refer brushes. And now everybody's like, oh, I have a discount code. If you buy the whole bundle, you get like $300 off. And I'm like, I want to try them so bad. But I think because I wasn't feeling well, I really wasn't paying attention to stuff. But now that I'm feeling better, I'm like, what do I want to buy? I feel that ColourPop International Shipping Day came at the wrong time. All I wanted was red mascara and do not want to spend 30 bucks off. I know. You can never have too many palettes. You can, though. You definitely can. Oh my God, yes, Forever brushes. But I have brushes already. So, same. I feel like this one eyeshadow is like, oh no, it's just how the light's catching it. I'm like, I feel like it's creasing right there, but it's not. It's just how like the light's catching it. What else is fun and exciting? Anything? I need clothes more than I need makeup right now. I have a few summer clothes that fit. Yes, bitch. Oh my God. Your little transformation picture and just seeing like the smirk on your face and how tan you were. I was just like, that is a fucking mood right there. Oh, I can't wait to have tan skin. I am down about 19 pounds. That's another thing that's been going on. So that's fun. I prefer to be able to buy individual brushes other than a set. I feel the same exact way. And I think that's why I haven't bought it yet. Like I want to try the Refer brushes, but I am the same way. Like I don't like buying sets because I find that I end up liking less brushes. Or no, I end up not liking brushes more than, or wow. I end up liking less brushes than I don't like, if that makes sense. Just bought a bunch of bras and undies, and I feel like a goddamn goddess now with my perky today's. I have too many Refer brushes. I could send you some. Oh, thanks, girl. You don't have to do that. I just got a whole box of ABH brow products from Influencer the other day and a full-size Dior serum. Yes, bitch. I've been racking up with them. Okay. Are any of you familiar with like Influencer and Octoly? Okay, because I try to get products from them, like types of sites. First of all, my Octoly, it won't like accept like my socials, like when I try to connect them. Or if I do connect them, it tells me I'm not eligible, but I am eligible. It's so fucked up. Like I can't get Octoly to work, even though they've emailed me and said like, oh, you've been approved or whatever. Like I should be able to use it. And then Influencer, I'm like, how the fuck do I like try to get these products? I don't understand. I don't understand at all. Thanks, Kara. This smirk was everything. Yes, bitch. Do a clothing haul. I need to. I definitely need to. I'm still waiting for my Cleona order to ship from January. I'm waiting. I did a pre-order and I think I should get mine in April and I can't fucking wait. Influencers hasn't sent me anything about year, even though I don't understand it either. I'm like, is it like the luck of the draw or what's the dealio? I'm an Influencer and Octoly. They sent me a product from Octoly. It's so weird. Octoly won't accept me either. I'm a lot smaller than you, but they let me order a lip gloss than nothing else, even though I show credit. Yeah, it's like it doesn't make fucking sense, right? If you guys aren't following Heather, go follow her. She's the sweetest thing ever. We did our Sephora haul together. Instagram was not accepted, then accepted. It's so fucked up. Another thing I think is fucked up, like my subscriber count has gone up since I haven't been uploading. I'm gaining followers on Instagram and I haven't been posting. Like it's so fucking weird. Influencer is so random. It's weird. I did love your shark. My Gymshark video. Thanks, girl. I love doing that stuff. I don't buy clothes that often. Like it's so weird because I have no problem spending like $50 on an eyeshadow palette, but I won't spend $50 on a shirt or pants. It's so fucked up. I'm sure I'll wait for Sure, wait months for my orders from Makeup Geek and Beauty Bay. Here in Italy, we have reduced deliveries as well. Oh man. I think Amazon has cut back too. If I saw correct, I don't know. I can't even keep it straight anymore. How do you feel about the new Melt Cosmetics Rust eyeshadow palette? We talked about that earlier and I'm eyeing it so hard, but I'm like, do I need it? Probably not, but it looks cute. I think you have to be pretty active on Influencer. I'm always doing the snaps reviews. I've gotten stuff every month or two since joining. Also could be totally random. Yeah, I don't understand. I've gotten a couple things from Influencer, but it's like I feel like sometimes I don't get emails. It's so weird. I keep thinking that I could curate a small collection of high quality things, and I'm like, nope, I can't spend $200 on a skirt, right? Here's the things I have no problem spending money on: makeup and handbags. Those are like the only two things. I was doing Marco Polo with Michelle Wong the other day, and I'm like sitting there planning like my trip, and I'm like, Michelle, we gotta go shopping. We gotta go get handbags. Like, I cannot wait to go shopping with her. But I'm like, I could easily drop thousands on a bag because in my mind, it just makes sense. But shoes, no fucking way. Only money I'll spend on, like, okay, probably the most I've ever spent on shoes was like $180. That was the Adidas Ultra Boost. Those shoes, I'm like, take my money because they're the best shoes ever, best sneakers. But everything else, I'm like, I have a hard time spending over $20. Like t-shirts, like anything. People's merch, I could spend money on, but I feel like handbags is the one thing like I could spend thousands without even blinking an eye. But when it comes to a t-shirt that I would wear all the time or something like that, I'd be like, no, I'll wait till it's like under $20. It's so weird. Is anybody else like that? Especially plain black skirts, right? I'll spend so much on makeup, but clothes not so much. Okay, so I'm not the only one. I spent a lot of money on photography tools and computers. For the rest, I'm stingy as fuck. I'm like that too, like camera equipment, lenses. I have no problem spending money on that. Computers, like technology, I'm good. I can totally spend money on that. Maybe perfume once in a while, but that's it. I feel like that's one of those things. This would be an interesting video, like socially acceptable, like costs of things that we buy. Like, I feel like when I look at perfume, I'm like, okay, like standard is like $100 for a perfume, for a bottle of fucking perfume. Like, I feel like I don't blink an eye if a perfume was $100. It's like, what the hell's wrong with me? I'm not a shoe bitch. High heels killed my bag. I'm all about comfort. See, I love a good heel. Oh, I love it. And then it makes my legs look so much nicer. But I'm like, I'll wear them for like a couple hours, then I'm done. But pain is beauty, right? I can't spend too much on purses. See, I can because they last me so long and I use it every single day. So I'm like, I wouldn't even think twice to spend like $5,000 on a purse. I would not even think twice. Wait, let me rephrase. If it was like a bag that's like considered like an investment bag where you could resell it easily for at least what you paid for it, like Chanel bags, like the Chanel flaps. I've been doing research because my 30th, I'm buying a designer purse. And I don't know, I feel like I wouldn't even think twice about it because I feel like people are always looking at designer purses, at least in my mind. I don't know. I love Dior and Versace perfumes. Damn it. Versace. I can spend stupid money on makeup, which is so idiotic because it expires and purses keep their value. Exactly. That's where I'm always like, why do I have such a hard time buying other things, but I don't blink an eye for a $50 eyeshadow palette or like a $50 bronzer? Like, I don't think twice about it. But a t-shirt that I could wear time and time again that doesn't expire. I mean, maybe I'll either outgrow it or outshrink it. But it's like I could always find a use for it. Even if you can't wear it, if you wear it so much you destroy it, you could use it as a rag. Like, it's like one of those things. It's like you think I would be opposite, but I'm totally not. I'm eyeing the new Sol de Janeiro perfume too. Ugh, I know, I am too. But I'm like, I feel like it's a good body spray. I don't know if it would be a good perfume, but I would be curious to smell it. Tom Ford is out here charging $400. Piss off. My premenopausal ass could no longer stand the smell of perfume. Oh my God. Audra, how old are you? Your premenopausal ass. Get the fuck out of here. Purses don't last for long if you have pets or kids. See, I have pets and kids, and my purses are like, I beat the shit out of, because I usually buy Coach bags at like the outlet store. That's like my trial with how I handle my purses. And they, like the one I've had it for probably 2 years. Like I always take care of my purses for some reason. My cat chewed a leather chewed on leather wallet. It was new. Oh man. See, that's where my dogs don't really like chew on things. So I'm lucky in that regard. My one dog just pisses all over everything. Fragrance. Do not wait, where did it go? Fragrance.net. Oh, to get my fragrances on sale. I got 3.3 ounces Gucci Bloom for about $70. Is it like legit? I always get nervous not buying perfumes from like the actual brand itself, you know, or like at Macy's or something, because I feel like it's so easy to dupe though, or like, you know what I mean? Like they're easily knockoffs are sold, you know? I'm very weird about that sort of stuff. Right in the shadow of your souls, where they climb up and down on your flip-flop. Audrey, you'll be 40 next month, girl. Oh my God. God damn, girl. I never would have guessed that. You look like 30. My husband can fix all the electronics. I'm not kidding. We have at least 50 computers at home and 20 mobiles and 5. Oh my God. My Coach bags are indestructible. I feel the same way. Okay. Does anybody on here have like luxury bags like Chanel, Louis Vuitton, Dior? Does anybody have? I'm doing my own research right now. I just realized how freaking off this camera, how upset my camera is right now. Does anybody have those sort of purses? Because we need to have a conversation right now. Because I'm debating so hard which purse that I want to buy for my birthday. Happy birthday to myself. I'm buying my own bag. The one that I'm looking at the most is, here's the backstory. I'm obsessed with Sex in the City. Love it so much. And in the series, Carrie Bradshaw wore a newspaper dress from Dior. She wore it twice throughout the whole series. And I wanted that dress in the fucking worst way. I still do. Like, if I ever see it, I'll probably buy it, which would be crazy if I ever seen it because of how old it is now. But they just came out with men's bags. They have like a saddle bag. And then they have another, it looks like a clutch bag, and it's got a newspaper print on it. I almost lost my shit. I'm like, I feel like this is like telling me that I need to buy this bag. I don't know what it is about that dress that I love so much, but it's just like, whenever I see the newspaper print, I just think of Dior because of that dress. So I was like, I feel like that's the dress that I want to buy. I used to have a Louis Vuitton, but eventually sold it. Okay. Is it worth it though? I have $10. I have a $10 black studded backpack, which has been my companion for years. I love it. That was the only thing I debated getting was a backpack because I don't have one. I have Coach and Marc Jacobs bags. I have an old Juicy Couture bag that I spent $125 for graduating college. Yes, girl. I only have DKNY bags. I've never had those ones before. Nope, I'm a cheapo. What day is your birthday? Mine is April 27th, and I'll be 30. Dirty 30, baby. I have 3 Louis Vuitton bags, and I do not regret buying them. Okay, which bags do you got, girl? Give me the deets. Give me the deets. I didn't find it worth it simply because there are so many knockoffs out there, but I figured everyone just assumed mine was a knockoff too. I could see that. I could totally see that. But I feel like the people that really know, they know, you know? Because I feel like I could look at a bag and just be like, that's a knockoff. But there are some really good ones that I've seen too. Like really good as it's hard to tell. Oh, now I have some brand shit. A tote bag from Killstar saying, you call me a witch like it's a bad thing. I feel so bougie. Bad and bougie, baby. Love that. Oh my God, so funny. Yeah, I'm very curious about, because I was looking at Louis Vuitton, Chanel. I keep hearing that Chanel flap is like the best investment piece. but I don't really like them that much. So I'm like, maybe not. Such a baby. March 25th, I turned 28. Yes, girl. The real ones last. Don't, how does it work too? Some of you guys might know. Don't usually they come with warranties and stuff. So if you rip them or something, I know my Coach bags, I had, oh man, what bag did I have? It was from like the Poppy collection, the bags that were all sequins. Why Coach discontinued those, I have no fucking idea, because they were the best bags that they ever had. I have a gold one. It's covered in sequins, and 2 of the buttons fell off on the front. And it was like 2 or 3 years old. I brought it in and they fixed it for free. It was the best thing ever, because it was like I got a new bag. So Louis Vuitton is really high quality. But if I had to choose between Chanel and Louis Vuitton, you'd choose Chanel. Why would you choose Chanel? Is it for like the investment aspect of it? Like it'll hold its value? Or have you had better experiences with Chanel? Give me the deets, girl. I saw those Gucci saddlebags. They looked weird, but cute. Hi, Sherry. I saw, like, I like the Gucci, they're like the fanny packs. I like those. I have the Neverfull Speedy Bag Palm Springs backpack. Okay. Which one's your favorite out of all of those? I don't like much how Louis Vuitton looks like. I saw an original and it was like, meh. I feel that way too. Like when I have to like go in store to see them, like, I don't know how people just order those online. I want like the whole entire experience. Like we bought Evan for his 16th birthday because it was a big birthday, and he wouldn't shut the fuck up about Gucci. So he didn't have like a party or anything for his sweet 16. So we were in New York City. I was like, let's just buy him like a Gucci t-shirt or something like that. And it's like, I wanted that whole, like, going in store, buying it, like them gift wrapping it. Like, I wanted that whole experience because it's so much fucking money. I could not just order it online. I don't know. Maybe that's just like a weird thing in my head too. I love the Neverfulls. I'm all about function. Now with the Neverfulls, they don't have like compartments, right? It's just like a wide open bag because I know that I won't like that. The backpack is my fave. See, I was eyeing that too, the Louis Vuitton backpack. Look at us having a bougie-ass conversation. It's like we're having a little chit-chat. I love it. I want to see them in person. I need to touch them and smell them and need to smell fancy. That's a fucking mood right there. I love the investment of Chanel, the prestige. Oh, just a bit more, I feel. It feels more classic expensive. You can always see that old money buys Chanel or new money buys Louis. I don't like the Louis Vuitton bags. Plus Chanel style is so bougie and pretty. See, that's where, this is how I dress all the time. I feel like I'm not bougie enough for Chanel. Is that you, lover? We're talking about investment bags. I love compartments. I would definitely go to store, purchase, not order them online. So I'll have to do that. We're going to have to go shopping.
With what money?
For my birthday.
I'm going to head down to the bar.
Oh, wait for me.
All right.
Love you. Okay, we're going down to the bar now. But that's it for today's video. Thanks for chit-chatting with me, you guys. I don't know what day I'll probably do a live next. I need to do an empties video. I don't know. Just subscribe and turn on your post notifications and you'll see me. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. I think that's all of them. Stay well, everyone. Yes, stay well, everybody. Stay sane. Calm the fuck down. Relax. And enjoy watching YouTube videos. I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.